welcome to Journey with the Kellers. My name is Amanda Keller, and today we are back in the Keller kitchen. So today we are going to be making our next recipe from the Dolly Parton Dollywood cookbook. Today's recipe is pinto beans, okay? So this is a fairly easy recipe. The worst thing about it is the cooking times. It does take a while to cook it, okay? So the first thing that you are going to do is you are going to take a pot that's large enough to hold a ham hock, which I already have in here. You're gonna cover that with water, and then you're going to bring it to a boil and then reduce the heat and cook it for 30 minutes, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and turn this on, bring that up to a boil, and then I'll reduce the heat and let it boil for 30 minutes. While this is boiling, you can go ahead and chop up 1 cup of chopped onion and get that ready. And then we will come back and add the rest of the stuff to the pot to get this all done. So I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, you guys, so once you have cooked your ham hock in the water for about a half an hour, also you're supposed to add a teaspoon of salt to that water. It actually doesn't say it in the instructions anywhere, but it does list it in the ingredients. So I'm gonna say you do it at this point because it's in where you do the ham hock in the water, okay? So about a teaspoon of salt in there too as it's boiling up. So once you've let it cook for a half an hour, what you're gonna go ahead and do is you're gonna put in 1 cup of chopped onion, okay? Put that in there. And then 2 cups of dried pinto beans. Here's 1. Oh. Flinging beans everywhere, you guys. Flinging beans everywhere. Didn't make the best hole in that. Now I'm making a huge mess. Okay, so then there's 2. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and stir this up a little bit, and then what we're gonna do is just let this cook. You're gonna cover it with a lid. I'm just gonna stir it up. Oh yeah, and we need also 1/4 of a teaspoon of pepper. I'm gonna put that in. There you go. Okay, so now you are going to just let this cook. I'm going to turn it up just a little bit just because it's not really bubbling all that much, and I want it to bubble a little bit. So you're going to go ahead and turn that up just a smidge, put a cover on it, and you're going to let that cook for about 3.5 hours, okay? Now, once it is done cooking, you are supposed to remove the ham hock and take the meat off the bone and then put the meat back in, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and just let this sit and cook for about 3.5 hours, and I'll be back to show you guys how it turns out, okay? So I'll be back in a little bit. Hey, you guys, so this has been cooking for 3.5 hours, and it is all done. So I took the ham out, the ham hocks out, and this cooked, I mean, when I took the ham hock out, the meat was just like falling off of the bone. It was great. So, yeah, so I cut up the meat and I put it back in here. And so we've got this lovely, like, bean and ham, kind of like a soup almost, you know? It's really good looking. Okay, so let me grab a spoon here and we'll try this. Okay, so I just want a small chunk of ham, if I can find one here. There we go. Oh, I had it and it got away. There we go. And some beans. And let's try this here and see how it tastes. Okay. And it has quite the ham flavor to it. And of course, I ate a piece of ham too with it. But it does help. So my biggest problem with any kind of like dried bean that you cook is a lot of times I don't feel like they have a lot of flavor, which is why a lot of times, you know, you make them in some kind of a soup type thing or something that is almost basically like a sauce for the beans. That's kind of how I feel. I know that's probably not how they say it is, but that's how I feel like it is. It's kind of like you're making a sauce for the beans. And this actually is really good. So when I'm eating the bean, it actually kind of tastes a little bit like the ham instead of just being kind of flavorless with the sauce on it. So that's actually really good. So this was actually fairly easy. Like I said, the worst thing about this whole recipe is the cooking time, because it does take quite a bit of time to cook, but at least it's something that you can get it going and just leave it and go do whatever else you need to do and come back to it, and it's just fine to leave it sit there and cooking. So that's always a plus. All right, you guys, so that's it for this video. I hope you liked it. Excuse me, I have a kitty jumping up for my leg here. Oh, I hope you liked the video. You guys can like and subscribe if you like, or don't if you don't. Everyone have a good day. Enjoy your cooking. Keep your kitchen messy, and we'll see you later. Say bye. Oh, she's gonna leave me now. All right, bye guys.